Laura, the I4J Summit is all about disrupting unemployment. You're a pediatrician. What's the connection?
You know, I get asked the question a lot, and there's actually very direct relevance. As somebody who has focused my career on helping children learn to succeed in the world, it's really of great importance that we look at what skills do children need and how early can we help them to develop those skills that will let them succeed in this economy, let them have jobs that they can succeed in.
And what are those skills that they need to develop at an early age?
Well, if we take a look at the skills that now we know employers are after, creativity, communication, collaboration, teamwork, adaptability, and even the ability to fail, if we back up and we look at what we're doing in the earliest years of life, I mean, a lot of people have looked at what we're doing in the education system or not doing there, but even in the 0 to 5 space, the way that we head kids towards whether they're able to fail and adapt is going to make a difference for their future life success. Communication, collaboration, teamwork, if I say that at a convening like this, everybody nods their heads. And then I say, let me translate that for you. It's use your word, put your listening ears on, use your words, learn to play nice with others and in the same sandbox. And it's like a light bulb goes off. Those core social, emotional, people, empathy sorts of skills that we value now more than anything are skills that are developed and can be very strongly developed in the first 5 years of a child's life. Not only do we need children to have these skills developed early, but if you look at early childhood as a workforce issue, it has been a largely neglected area and one that needs significant professionalization. So there's lots of opportunity for building the workforce that focuses on skill development in early childhood. Rather than predicting that what the job they're going to be in 15 years from now and teaching them those exact skills, we're now focusing on how do you teach children to become adaptable and have skills that let them adapt with a very rapidly changing economy. Given that it's been predicted that third graders today, 65% of them will work in jobs that don't even exist today when they enter the workforce. Teaching them rote memorization, teaching them to get the right answer first and every time and faster does them no service. Giving them skills that make them adaptable, make them be able to relate with the bigger world and collaborate on a much greater level will set them up for it. Where the science becomes really both interesting and exciting, and I have to say very compelling in looking at these issues of skill development, is when you look at the early brain science. Because what we're now learning is that just in our economy, as social skills and the ability to relate to others is very critically important, in the 0 to 5 space, we know that children's brains are actually wired based on social interactions. So there are very specific things we can do in terms of our social interactions with children that hardwire their brains for success in the first 5 years. In my view, we're now looking at what could be the gold rush of opportunity in early childhood. If we get this right, unlike having to fight an existing system that's no longer serving the 21st century, we can create a 21st century system in early childhood that is built to foster these skills. This is part of the reason why investing in early childhood is so exciting. I've described it as almost like a tsunami of interest. It really does feel like the gold rush. Having been involved for decades now, I see now the coming together of economists, neuroscientists, global business leaders summits on early childhood. The Federal Reserve is involved. And you add that with all of those of us who've been in the more literally defined early childhood spaces. It's a coming together. It's not a debate. This is an issue where we know that the largest return on investment that we can make in terms of workforce and skill development and economy is in early childhood.